Welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast.
Welcome, everyone, to another incredible episode of the Real Film Nerds Podcast. Warning, this podcast will self-destruct in 5 seconds. All right, there we go. Never mind. It's not going to self-destruct. Real Film Nerds episode number 425. We are going to be chatting about the supposedly last Mission Impossible film, at least the last one starring Tom Cruise, called Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Mike, why did the podcast not self-destruct? Or maybe it did.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Because it was just a fun intro?
I was trying to change it up.
Yeah, no, I liked it.
I was like, that'd be great for an ending, but oh well, whatever. It doesn't make sense because I'm trying to intro the film.
I liked it.
Okay, good. Ma, what do you think?
I thought it was good. No, I thought it was good. Yes, it was good.
Well, there we go. With us, as always, the crotchety, the mean, the quickly getting over closer to the century mark with every passing year, especially this week. Ma Hinshaw, good evening.
Good evening, Matt and Mike.
Good evening. Good evening. Matt, I have a question for you. Why isn't this movie number one? Why aren't we watching the number one movie?
I don't know.
What's the number one movie?
I wanted to see Mission Impossible. I really didn't want to see a remake of Lilo and Stitch personally, but my mom did watch Lilo and Stitch.
Hey, it was good.
Yeah, Lilo and Stitch is the number one movie by like a long shot. Like, it's
Mike,
huge.
You must take your munchkins to see that movie. They will love it.
Yeah. No, we're probably gonna. I'm probably gonna take them while I have them. When Mags is out of town, I was thinking about doing that. I just didn't want to hit the rush, and I didn't know what it was going to be like. But oh my! Apparently, that movie made like $180 million this weekend. Well, including the Memorial Day.
Well, I thought it did more than that because I thought Mission Impossible hit 200.
No, Mission Impossible hit $77 million.
Oh, I thought they hit at least 200.
Well, I think they hit over 200 worldwide, but they didn't. And I think Lilo and Stitch is somewhere around like 340 or something for like the worldwide take. It's huge. It's absolutely it's a monster.
Why is it so huge, Mom? Because Ma Hinshaw went and watched Lilo and Stitch because
I really loved it. And I think that's why, because to me, it's probably one of the best Disney movies that's come out in a while. I thought it was cute and fun and pretty and everything and great acting. And yeah, I really liked it. And boy, there was a bunch of people at my movie show, and the kids were even quiet. Awesome.
Wow, that's
there
great.
You go.
Yeah.
See? Yep. Mm-hmm.
But it's literally just a live action remake.
I think it's different. No, it's different than the original Lilo and Stitch.
I would.
Which is the whole thing.
They usually change it up a little bit, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not like How the Train the Dragon's going to be.
Well, isn't that one a complete remake too?
Yeah, so from my understanding, that one is a word-for-word exact movie.
So why is Hollywood out of ideas?
Well, why have to make the same thing? Or why when you can make money again? Like, I think Lilo and Stitch came out in 2002, so it's been 23 years. So they're just kind of like, they're going to get the family crowd. They got some nostalgia from our generation, Matt. People who went and liked, Disney animation. And then I think even the Gen Zers like Lilo and Stitch. So it's been, I guess it's just killing it.
Well,
Well,
okay.
I think that's why.
I've never seen it, so
That's okay. I'll bring us back around, Matt. What did you think of Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning? What are your first impressions?
I just don't understand why Lilo and Stitch, a remake movie, is beating an original movie. I don't get it. And literally, like, Tom Cruise is trying to kill himself in this movie yet again. Like, how do people not want to see this on the theaters?
I don't know, Matt. I think it's just there's multiple markets. Like this is kind of you know how we had the Barbenheimer thing, with the Barbie movie and Oppenheimer.
So what is this, Impossible Stitch?
Yeah, I think it's something like that. Like Lilo's Mission? I don't know.
Mission Lilo?
Yeah, Mission Lilo? I don't know. I don't know what you call it.
I just know that I am very disappointed that we now have had 8 Tom Cruise Mission Impossible films, and he still has not killed himself on screen.
I'm sorry, dude.
That means, guess what? He'll still be there for some other movie.
Well, he kept saying that this was the last, movie he was going to do. But now he came out a couple days ago this week saying that, no, he's going to keep doing movies until he's 100 years old.
Good for him. Go, Tom.
Yeah, but he didn't say he's going to keep doing Mission Impossibles, right?
No. He did say movies. So do you feel that this is the end of the... Well, I guess we can get into that into spoilers because there's things that go along with the question. But, I mean, do you feel like this is really the end of the Mission Impossible franchise, or are they just going to pivot? Or are they going to have, like, Ethan Hunt Jr.?
Well, I'll tell you what. I think it's getting harder and harder for Tom Cruise to keep up that run that he does in this movie, like, all the time.
He loves to run. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, obviously he does. But I don't know if he can keep doing that. And then plus all the stunts, man. Like, which is why we go and see this movie in the theater. It was just fantastic for stunts and live, that stuff was great. But I don't know if he can keep it up, man. Like you said, the next movie might be the demise of Tom Cruise.
Well, that's what I'm waiting to see. And I hope they have it on film and they put it out for the world. I'd be like, Tom would have wanted you to see this.
Yeah, and the movie just ends some weird part in the middle.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this wasn't planned. The end.
The parachute didn't open again or something. I don't know.
Again.
That could be.
Well, I'm calling back to this. I mean, come on. The parachute opened and it caught on fire, and then he cut away and he opened another one.
Yep.
I mean, I can go into details on these stunts. I looked a lot of it up.
Okay. All right.
He really did that, but he didn't do it out of an airplane. He jumped out of a helicopter multiple times.
Okay. All right.
And what's funny is if you watch the videos, like the behind the scenes videos, like he nonchalant is just like sitting there, and then he goes, "All right, see you guys later," and he just throws himself out of a helicopter. Like he doesn't even like hesitate, nothing. Like he's just like, "See ya," and falls out of the helicopter. It's wild.
Oh my gosh.
Doing all the things he's done, man. Like, just another day, at the office.
Yeah, jumping out of a helicopter ain't shit to Tom Cruise when, he's literally strapped to a biplane at 10,000 feet and the stunts are getting so intense that he's passing out. Like they had a real hard time filming the biplane scenes. Like they're at 10,000 feet. So they were up high for safety concerns and stuff like that. But he kept passing out because of the lack of oxygen at 10,000 feet.
Yeah, man. 10,000 feet and you're trying to do all that stuff? That's crazy.
Right. And he still did it. And so he'd like pass out and they'd like lower altitude and wait for him to wake up and then go back up.
Oh my gosh, dude. That is wild. That is wild. All right. So I'm going to bring us back in, Matt, once again.
Why don't you do the breakdown?
Yeah, why don't I do the breakdown? Yeah. I was trying to think of what
15 minutes of talking. We haven't even said who's in the movie.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning was directed by Christopher McQuarrie. It was based on the television series created by Bruce Geller, written by Eric Jendrickson and Christopher McQuarrie. It's starring Tom Cruise, Hayley Atwell, Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg, Isai Morales, Palm Klementov, Harry Kernzi. And our lives are the sum of our choices. Tom Cruise is Ethan Hunt in Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
That's the worst freaking description ever.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
No.
What happened?
I just got a phone call.
Oh.
Couldn't stop that.
Well, it's fine. That explains why I'm getting all the echoing and stuff.
Well,
Okay.
I didn't pick it up, so that's that. Okay.
Well, what are we? Okay, hold on. Let's go. We're talking about the storyline. Let me get us back on track. Mike, did you read the lower storyline? It was better. Ethan Hunt and the IMF team continue their search for the terrifying AI known as Entity, which has infiltrated intelligence networks all over the globe, with the world's governments and a mysterious ghost from Ethan's past on their trail. That seriously was one sentence. Joined by new allies and armed with the means to shut the entity down for good, Hunt is in a race against time to prevent the world as we know it from changing forever. Whoever wrote that was not, it's a bunch of letters. It is not a person that, it's a person that wrote it, obviously, but geez. Anyways, that's a lot better description. But yeah, it's about AI. And, Mike, you can talk all about AI. When is this truly going to happen in the real world? And are we all going to be at the brink of nuclear apocalypse because of the entity and AI as we know it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's coming, man. Next week.
How long? Next week? Okay.
Yeah. Things move really fast in the AI world, so I'm just going to venture next week.
Okay, well, I'm going to go get that Dodge Viper on loan then, because I got to drive one of those before I die, so...
Yeah, it might be time to drive to Vegas, Matt, and rent one of those Dodge Vipers.
No, I'm going to go buy one, and I'm driving to New York, and I'm going to go rescue ScarJo from Colin Jost.
Okay. All right. Well, at least you have a plan.
I do. And then if she says no, then I'll find out where Natalie Portman is, and although I think she's in Europe somewhere, so I might have to buy an airplane too. I don't know. I'll get it figured out. This is a lot to do in a week, Mike, but I can do it.
All right. Yeah, no, the AI stuff in this movie is pretty fascinating. Obviously, there's a lot of fear around AI because it's kind of this black box, and I think although it does a lot of neat stuff, I don't think it's anywhere to the point of where it's just going to be running all these systems and stuff. I'll
just say what everybody else says. It's Skynet, Mike.
Yeah. It's we're putting in fail safes and different things and whatever. Human in the loop, and so yeah, that's like a technical light technical summary of the AI stuff coming. But yeah, that's a better description of the movie for sure.
You know who has it the best out of the three of us?
Who's that?
Ma Hinshaw, because she ain't gonna be here much longer. So.
Right.
Thank you for the who knows? I can make it to 100. Wouldn't that be awful?
I would love that. I would love you to make it to 100. That would be great. And by then, there'll be enough AI technology that you can be the new voice to my Alexa. It'll just be Ma Hinshaw instead of Alexa.
Ooh, that would be cool.
I like it. I'll just yell out, Ma! And you'll sit there and harass me, and then whatever I ask you to do, you'll do the exact opposite. I'll tell you to turn on the living room, and you'll, flush the toilet.
Right, because everybody needs Alexa flushing their toilet. Like, hey, Alexa!
Dude, you know what? The shit that they're putting Wi-Fi and Bluetooth in now, it is a matter of time until the toilet has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. It probably does. I'm not even joking.
Well, now that you're speaking about that, we're talking about AI. Apparently, there's a toilet that comes with some sort of AI that will analyze your urine and fecal samples in real time and tell you how you're doing.
Wow, now that is a shit job.
Oh, that was good, Matt. Great.
I don't want to know. Shoot. Oh. Well, all right, if you say so.
Okay, all right. I'll try and get us
All right.
steer the ship back out of circle. I'm just gonna go Ma Hinshaw because it's your birthday week. Mission Impossible. What did you like? What didn't you like? Should people go see it in the theaters? Ready, set, go.
Oh, for goodness sakes, of course, everyone should go see it in the theaters because it was awesome. And I really liked the whole thing. And I mean, I kept waiting and waiting for the biplane. So everybody, be patient when you're watching the movie because it's closer to the end of the movie than to the middle of the movie. So anyway, and I really loved it, but I didn't love it. The part in the submarine. Yeah, that gave me absolutely the creeps.
Because you're claustrophobic.
Well, not only that, but I told you about when I dove off of the high dive thing and I hit my head on the bottom of the pool and I really didn't know which way was up and I was afraid I was going to drown. That was not fun. And I got that feeling from this movie too, except he knew which direction was up or out or whatever. But very good, very good.
So this is the 8th Mission Impossible film, Mom. Is this one your favorite, or which one is your favorite?
Well, I kind of like the last one better because the motorcycle and all that, but this is still really great. So they're both my favorite. There.
Okay, so she's avoiding that question. Mike, your turn.
All right. I liked it.
Okay. Should people go see it in the theaters?
Yes, definitely see it in the theaters, man. The action, like you're not gonna see these things, like you said, Matt, earlier. Tom Cruise is trying to kill himself, and it's a lot of fun to watch it.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay, so Mike, I know you have watched all 8 Mission Impossible films. FYI, I do own all of them on my Vudu or Fandango or whatever it is now. So, Ma, you can go back and watch them. But
I could.
What Mission Impossible film is your favorite to date? And now I know we haven't watched all of them in a while, since 1996, some of them. But Mike, do you have one that sticks out in particular?
I don't know, man. There's lots of good things. This one, so comparing the last one and this one together, because they're kind of like part 1 and part 2 of each other with the AI and stuff. This one had a lot of different feel to it. Like the first one was like very doom and gloom, kind of like the end is near kind of thing. And this one had more of like kind of a hopeful, like positive look on things, even though it was all very similar, like the end is near and stuff. But I didn't feel like this one was shoving the AI stuff down your throat as much. In the first one, it was like, the AI was everywhere. It's coming to get you and stuff. And I feel like they toned it back a little bit in this. I don't know. That's kind of what I got out of it. But, and this one, so, well, we'll talk about it more in spoilers.
Okay.
I don't want to.
So, all right, myself. So I like this movie. I thought it was good. I don't think it's the best Mission Impossible movie. Getting to your point, Mike, this was originally called Mission Impossible. Oh gosh, of course I blank on the name of the last one, even though I'm sitting here saying it in my head repeatedly. Dead Reckoning Part 1 is what the last one is called. This one was going to be Dead Reckoning Part 2. They changed the name on this one before it's released because they wanted people to not feel like they had to see the last one to be able to see this one. Out of the 8 films, I would say I really liked the 5th Mission Impossible. I thought that one was pretty good, but I love the original. It's hard to knock the original. John Voight, Emilio Estevez, people like that. But as far as like the pinnacle, like I can only watch one, I'd probably say Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning is my favorite. When we reviewed that a couple years ago in 23, I gave it 4.5, which is pretty good. I'd say overall, this is a don't miss in the theaters. Again, the biplane stuff I absolutely love. They always seem to do some kind of stunt in the air, which I'm a huge fan of. I really, really like the biplane stuff. I just felt that this one did not have the kind of action that Dead Reckoning had. It had a lot more suspense and a lot more thrilling, but basically the best action of the whole film was at the end, and that was the biplanes. And I really would have, it wasn't as heart pounding from start to finish like Dead Reckoning was. And that's what I expect from a Mission Impossible film. There was a lot of expose, a lot of explanation, a lot of, this happened in this and this happened in that. And I just, that kind of took me out of it. So.
Okay. Yep. No, that makes sense.
So, all right, Mike. Well, speaking about, I don't know, excellent things. Let's just go with excellent things. Mike, I have a giveaway this week, and I teased it last week.
Oh, what do you got, dude?
Mike, do you remember? You don't remember what I teased? Ma, do you remember?
Oh, no, I don't remember. Darn.
Oh, I think it's not Montana. What? No.
It's another Blu-ray release of an incredible show. Ma, you got it?
It almost something Landman.
Nope, that was last week.
No?
Nice
Yellowstone.
try.
Yellowstone. That's
Yellowstone, season 5, part 2. So this is possibly the last season part of Yellowstone. They kind of wrapped it up really nice in a tight bow at the end of this. I did watch this every week as it came out because, I love Yellowstone. Absolutely loved it. Kevin Costner is not in this season, in this half of the season, but it's still, Yellowstone, in my opinion, is the modern day Western, and it is fantastic. The whole series is great. If you haven't seen it, you're really missing out. You need to sit down and watch it from start to finish. It's like the mafia on horses. Like, it is just nuts. It is so much fun. It is suspenseful, thrilling, action-packed. Anyways, I can't talk enough about Yellowstone. So anyways, we're giving away Blu-ray copies of Yellowstone Season 5, Part 2. If you would like to be entered into our drawing to win a free copy of the Blu-ray disc with tons of features, why don't you email mike@realfilmnerds.com, and I'm trying to think. You know what? Why don't you just tell us the name of your favorite modern day Western, not Western in general, modern day Western. So let's say from 1975 and on, modern day Western versus, spaghetti Westerns and 50s and all that kind of stuff. Sound good? Ma, you agree?
Yeah, man,
I agree.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Ma, do you have a favorite modern day Western?
Is Tombstone considered modern day?
Yes, it is. Tombstone came out in 1992?
94, I think.
94?
I think 94. Not 100%.
It was the 90s. I know it was the 90s. So, yes, Mom, Tombstone definitely counts. Mike, do you have one?
Oh, mine's Unforgiven.
Unforgiven, another incredible Clint Eastwood film. Absolutely incredible. I'd have to say I love both of those. But just to be different, I really am a big fan of the remake of 3:10 to Yuma.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I think that is a very,
That
very
was
good
good.
Western. Yeah, a lot of fun. But I would say, just overall Tombstone, but I had to do something different because Tombstone was just amazing. So, anyways, all right, let me get to the business, and then we can move on with our what we're drinking and spoilers and all that kind of stuff, all right?
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 is now available on DVD and Blu-ray with over 2 hours of special features. Generations of blood have led to this. Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 own a piece of the legacy now on DVD and Blu-ray. And again, it is brought to you by our good friends over at Paramount, specifically Paramount Plus. So, whew. And they're not wrong. Generations of Blood have led to this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they buttoned the whole thing up pretty good. And a lot of family infighting. So, anyways, Mike, the podcast is yours.
All right, Matt. I'm getting really thirsty, dude. So, what are you drinking this fine morning, evening, afternoon?
Well, Mike, thank you for asking. I am drinking a little Pepsi Zero and Captain Morgan's.
Oh, nice.
So a modified Captain and Coke?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds tasty.
Ma, what are you drinking? It's your birthday week. It better be something good, Ma. Is it a buttery nipple?
No, it's a fuzzy navel.
Close enough. It's still a weird body part.
Yeah, but that's good. It's very peachy.
It's very peachy.
Mm-hmm.
Ma loves her peachiness.
Mm-hmm. I do.
And dare I ask, it is Margarita Monday, so Mike might have a margarita, but I'm still gambling on being an IPA.
Nope. It's the Session IPA again from Aldi, the Hoppy Nomad.
See, I win. Mike is drinking another IPA. Woo!
You won.
So, all right, Mom, go ahead. I know you live for this every week. Go ahead.
Mike, what is your incredible dad joke for this week?
I got dad jokes. I don't think they understand, though. Gotta think I'm funny. Other people never laugh, though. Dad jokes.
All right. This is great. Why do they keep calling it Mission Impossible if Tom Cruise keeps completing them?
Because he's trying to die?
Because the real impossible mission is getting him to retire.
Ah, that's very on point. Very on point. Please tell me it was in the book. It's not from the book, is it?
It's not from the book.
Damn it. That's a good one, though. That was a really good one.
Very good.
So, all right, Mike, I don't think this is going to be too difficult for you. It should be pretty easy. But, Mike, how does Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, relate to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
All right, Matt. So we've already done Hayley Atwell and some of the other Mission Impossible. So I decided to do Ving Rhames. He was in. He was in. Oh man, now I'm gonna space it. Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. He was Charlie 27.
Very good, Mike. Very good. And yeah, Hayley Atwell is the easy one, which she is definitely in my. She might be replacing Natalie Portman and maybe even ScarJo. I mean, as one of my future ex-wives, because I really that British accent, dude, and the tickle bitties. Woo! Ma, cover your ears.
Okay.
Wow, man. Wow. So Matt, you're saying you like the accent, huh?
I do. I really loved Hayley Atwell in the Captain America movies because just the British accent and the old look of her and that's like the ideal woman I like. I like that I don't want to say that old style look, but it's the the prim and proper and kind of put together and
okay.
I don't want to say like 50s look or 40s look, but that kind of And ScarJo has that, and so does Natalie Portman. They just have that. It's that refinement, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to describe.
Okay. All right.
Anyways, I'll stop talking about Hayley Atwell, even though she's gorgeous.
Okay.
And that was kind of weird that Tom Cruise and her really didn't have a thing. Like they kissed once in the movie, but not really. And I thought they kind of had a thing in Dead Reckoning, didn't they?
Yeah, it did seem like it.
But that one chick that died in Dead Reckoning, by the way, we're in spoilers. That was like his actual like wife in the show at one time, right? In the movies. I'm trying to remember.
Maybe. Yes.
Yeah, and he was clearly infatuated with her, and then she died in Dead Reckoning, which I think really added quite a bit to that film. Not that it was good that she died, but anyways.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll stop.
All right,
rambling.
all right.
Spoiler section. I just wish there was more action. I loved the biplane scenes. I hate that it was the very end. I think it should have been peppered a lot more throughout. Not so much the biplane scenes, but just more action. The submarine stuff was great. It was really interesting, especially how they actually built those sets and they would rotate the set and everything to make Tom Cruise do what he was doing. But it was more suspenseful and thrillery to me than action, which it's Mission Impossible. I anticipate a ton of action sequences, and I just felt like we didn't get them in this.
So I think I really love the biplane stuff. I thought that was really fun. I thought that was neat. I didn't think we needed to have like a repeat where a character because we have a scene where you have to like turn the person upside down so you can get them out. And they kind of do that twice. I thought that was a little bit silly. Like, why would we do the same thing twice?
Right.
The submarine stuff was really neat. I mean, I love diving stuff, so that was kind of a neat scene for me just to think about and stuff. But the thing that really bothered me about the scene was when he takes off his fancy suit and he gets into the tube, the torpedo tube. Man, he's got like hypothermia, like probably like in almost instantly, man. Like I don't know if he'd be able to move hardly at all. And like it kind of they show that it's cold and stuff, but like, and then he kind of gets out and kind of swims. Now, I mean, at least they had the stuff with the decompression and stuff, but like, he also made it up to the top really fast, which I feel like would have been a lot slower, because he was supposed to be 500 feet deep, I think, right?
600 feet. Yeah. And even at that depth, wouldn't, it almost be crushing your lungs when you're outside of something to help secure you? The water pressure?
So, he would have... I don't know exactly what would happen, but you do need to exhale when you're coming up, which he was doing. But you have risk of your the air that you were breathing at that pressure expanding rapidly and exploding in your lungs. So I don't know, but it's a movie. You have to suspend disbelief, but like I just know so much about diving stuff. I was like, man, I'm having a hard time with this one. But
and also just not even that, the sheer enormity of the ocean, and then him being dropped off at one specific point and picked up almost immediately by the submarine, and then the opposite when he comes back out of the water, going exactly to where they're at in the ice, and oh, there he is. She found him. It's like if she was off by 5 feet, she never would have seen him. Like, I gotta call bullshit on stuff like that. That's way too improbable.
I did enjoy when he's like the helicopter, the Osprey was there, and it's like, oh, we're at bingo, and this is hot. We're leaving, and he just jumps out the plane. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was fun. But also the reality of the situation, not to make it sound bad, the Navy would not have had Ospreys. They would have just used helicopters. Ospreys are just not their thing, man.
Ospreys are Marines.
Yes,
so
Ospreys are Marines and Air Force.
But the Marines might have been on the
yeah. But to have two of them on the George H.W. Bush aircraft carrier, you think, Mike?
No.
They would have had Seahawks.
Yes, they would have had Seahawks.
Yeah. You see, I don't even do Navy shit, and I know that. It would have been Seahawks because that's more practical and more fuel efficient. Those Ospreys are not fuel efficient at all, man. They're cool, but they are not fuel efficient. And you're on a ship? Come on. Anyways, we don't need to get technical on that because Ma Hinshaw's falling asleep.
All right, yeah. All right. Anyway, I had a hard time, but like, Matt, did you feel that this movie had like a different feel to it than the last one? And
yeah, it was like apocalyptic feeling, but it wasn't. It was just like, oh yeah, I got this. Everybody's like, oh, it's the end of the world, and Tom Cruise's thing is just like, no, I got it. We're fine. Just constantly like, no, we're good. I'll save the world again. Yeah, and everybody's just like, okay. It was just, the other one was like, no, we're all going to die. This is horrible. This is awful. It doesn't matter what we do. And this one, they're like, nope. Tom Cruise, Ethan Hawke, he's basically going to save the entire world again. Woo!
Yeah, it was like
weird.
It was just a different, like, for being kind of a sequel, like a second part, you know, like it just didn't seem like it had the flow. Like it was like, did you watch the movie before this? Like,
and honestly, Mike, that's a good way of putting it. I didn't think of it that way because the last one was just action, and this one was kind of, you know, dragged ass throughout here and there, you know, and the exposition. They kept having exposition, like they had to explain where the one guy came from, and he was in the first movie, you know, which was cool. I liked it. It was a cool callback, but they had to explain all that shit because they want people to be able to go to this movie without having to see the other seven films, which I get. But the exposition added, in my opinion, a good solid 40 minutes to this movie.
Yeah. Nick Offerman was in this.
What a waste of an actor.
I don't know why he was in this, but he was in it. Maybe it was a favor. I don't know.
What a waste, though. He's such a good actor, and he was in it for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, the action was fun, but you're right. There wasn't as much as there usually is. There was plenty of Tom Cruise running, so that's good. But, like, I don't know. And then the feel of the movie was just a lot different. Like, everybody was like, oh, yeah, he's got this.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah,
it was weird.
The last one was like, no, you don't.
Yeah, no, we're all screwed. And this one is like, no, we got it. It's cool. And then, of course, I mean, we need to bring Ma Hinshaw on this. Ma, wake up, please. Ma, are you there?
I'm here. Okay. I'm here.
Had to make sure she's awake. Ma, nudity, disappointment? There was none?
Disappointment.
I mean, you got
super disappointment.
You got to see Tom Cruise shirtless, right?
Yeah, there was Tom Cruise shirtless, but that was it.
I mean, do you really want to see? I mean, don't get me wrong. If I look like him now, I would be satisfied, and I'm nowhere near my 60s. But, Mom, you really want to see more like a 20 or 30-year-old with rippling six-pack abs, right?
Well, there could have been somebody there like that. Yes, absolutely. I don't know where, but, you know.
Well, when Tom Cruise was fighting in his underwear, why couldn't have the other guy been too, right?
Right.
See?
Good point.
I got you, Ma.
Yeah.
I got you.
That's true. And one thing that really gets me, and I like the expedition part. I especially like the guy's wife with the sled dogs and all that stuff.
Yeah, the island in Alaska. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Uh-huh. But my thing is, when he went up to the surface, the water would have been just hideously cold. And I mean, I think he would have probably just frozen stiff immediately, and that didn't happen, which to me is part of the lack of reality in that particular section, you know? Because how would you, even the water there in the Antarctic or wherever, whatever, gee whiz. And you don't have a wetsuit on or anything, and you're fine? Excuse me? No, that was a little bit. But the thing is, if you watch the old Mission Impossibles, everything was impossible there. You know, you would sit there and go, oh, that can't really happen. So maybe it fit more. I shouldn't be so picky.
No, I think you should, because Mike's doing the same thing, and so am I.
You know, I mean, it was not Mission Impossible is not supposed to be realistic. It's supposed to be impossible. I wish they had Mission Impossible. I don't know, some cable channel or something, so folks could watch some of it, because a lot of it was really ridiculous. You know what I mean?
They do, Mom. It's
This
called
was
Nick at Night.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
all
I
the old
didn't know
TV
that.
shows are all on Nick at Night and stuff.
But anyway, yeah, this was sort of impossible in spots, definitely. But it could have had more. I agree with that one, because the one before that had a lot more action. It really did. Just no, I don't want to pick on anybody, but yeah. There you go.
All right. So, Mike, what else would you like to add about the spoiler section, or do you think we've jabbered enough? Because I know I've jabbered way too much, and it's because I didn't have radio today.
Yeah, I think we just jabbered enough, man.
Ma?
You know.
Yep. I think we've jabbered enough. I mean, I'm proud of Tom Cruise for doing what he did in this movie. Good job. I don't think he needs to retire, because he would absolutely lose his mind if he quit doing wild and crazy stunts, but that's just my view. But yeah, I think I've covered everything pretty much. There we go.
Well, I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of Tom Cruise as a person. I mean, who is? He's a weirdo. Most actors are. Mike, I'm pretty sure you're the same as me when it comes to celebrities and the life of celebrities and stuff. I could care less. That's why I have, my love for ScarJo and all the other women, and I have no clue what they actually do. I don't care. I know they're actors. I don't care about anything else outside of that. Tom Cruise is a wonderful actor. He's a wonderful action star. He's one of the last, what we would like to call true movie stars or superstars or whatever. He, being in a movie, just puts butts in the seats, period. He worked on that very hard. I hope he doesn't stop. I would like to see him do a little bit more dramatic roles with some crazy stuff in there. He's had some wonderful dramatic films over the years. Why not embrace that? I'm not antsy for him to stop, being in films and stop shooting stuff. But, maybe it's time to pivot a little bit. Keep doing the crazy shit, but pivot a little bit. I don't know. Just my kind of thoughts when it comes to that, because he's a superstar, dude. He's one of the last true big time, movie stars. So,
Yeah. He's had a lot of great dramatic roles, like was it A Few Good Men?
Few Good Men, Jerry Maguire, Eyes Wide Shut.
What's the one where he's driving his was his brother who's autistic
with Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah. What was that called?
All right.
I'm
Rain
spacing-
Man?
Rain Man.
That's
there
it.
you go.
Yeah,
Ma
yeah.
gets it.
Rain
Jeez.
Man. Born on the 4th of July.
Excellent.
I mean, Far and Away. There's so many movies. Anyway, I would like to see him do some more of those type movies again. Interview with a Vampire.
Dude, I watched the show. The show's good, but I still think Interview with a Vampire is way better than the show, the film. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
How cool would that be to get Tom Cruise and George Clooney and some of these other big time movie stars together doing some dramatic stuff again? Oh. Yeah, dude, it'd be cool. It'd be really cool. But
So I don't know. It'd be cool to see him, but I definitely don't think he's done working,
No,
why would he?
No, he literally puts butts in seats, man. That's why he's so wealthy, and that's why he's so well off. And yeah, everybody knows he's nuts. Everybody knows he's a Scientologist. Nobody cares. He's a good actor. He's good at his job, and he's entertaining to watch. And he's very, in my opinion, appreciative of it. He loves Hollywood. He loves what he does. And he's not all political and full of all the bullshit like the rest of Hollywood, which is rare. And I think that's why he's been so successful. So, Tom, keep it up if you're listening.
Oh, yeah. Keep going, Tom.
I mean, I've heard he's a big fan of Ma Hinshaw.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, speaking of Ma Hinshaw, just because it's your birthday week, Mom, and I'll do it again next week too, but I want you to give us your rating for Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning first.
All righty. I gave it 4.5 cookies.
Impossible cookies?
That's Impossible cookies with M&Ms on them. Yeah. Because a little bit of slowness in the beginning, more of the build-up, that stuff. So I took it down just a titch, not a whole lot, okay?
That's fine.
4.5 yummy cookies.
That's why we have you on here, Mom. We want to know your opinion. People need to know, what the crotchety old biddy loves or doesn't. It's important.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mr. Talent, please, what are your thoughts?
All right. So this one was a little bit, I don't know, it just seemed a little bit off. So I'm going to give this one 3 reels out of 5 because it was just a little bit, I don't know. It didn't seem very final to me.
That's fine. See, Mom, I explain this to you all the time. Just because your opinion is different doesn't mean it's wrong. You're allowed to have a different opinion. And
okay, thank you.
On this one, it does not rub Mike the wrong way. And I'll be honest, I'm in the middle of both of you. I give it a 4 out of 5. I loved the biplane stuff. I'm biased as hell towards that for sure. I thought it was a little long. I thought the expose was extremely long. I liked some of the callbacks to the characters. I liked some of the things. The unbelievableness kind of bugged the shit out of me a little bit. But overall, I had a good time. I just wish there was more action. I wish it wasn't as long and all the other things. But Hayley Atwell, if you want to take your clothes off, I'm okay with that too. That would be delightful. So, anyways, awesome. Mike, next week we let Ma Hinshaw pick what movie we're going to watch, and why is it that she's getting ready to turn 83 and she wants to watch a movie called Fountain of Youth?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe she's looking to live another 83 years.
Ma, you really want to live another 83 years?
Well, maybe not that long, but 10 or 20 wouldn't be bad.
I think you had got at least 20. You're going to make it to 103.
Oh, dear. Oh, okay.
I'm calling it right here, right now. Real Film Nerds Podcast, episode 425. Ma Hinshaw will keep doing it. She has to because she has to do the podcast.
I'm right.
God, dude, that would be a blowout of a podcast. We'd have to watch 100 movies for Mom's 100th birthday. That would be wild.
Oh, man, that would be wild. But I think we can figure it out, Matt.
Yeah. So, anyways. All right. Well, next week, Fountain of Youth. It's currently streaming on Apple TV+. Thanks, everyone, for joining us again on another incredible podcast. We do appreciate you listening. Share your friends. Tell them all that stuff. Mike, I'm not stealing your thunder. I saw that look. I want to put it out there and say thanks, everybody. Thanks for caring and paying attention. Mike, go ahead. Do your thing.
All right. So, like Matt said, make sure to follow us on the socials, Facebook, Instagram, X, or Twitter, or whatever it's called these days, XAI, I don't know. And, catch us on the next pod. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to The Real Film Nerds. Now, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Film Nerds. Now, go out and catch a movie.